The stock of the day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. Trade over 17,000 markets with extended trading hours on key US shares and competitive spreads, all on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.
And the stock of the day is Judo Bank. Macquarie putting out a pretty positive note on the financial services provider. It caters for small and medium-sized businesses. So Macquarie says that favorable term deposit spreads will support near-term margins, and that Judo is positioned to beat its FY26 margin guidance. Macquarie has added that funding costs are favorable, term deposits are becoming less competitive, and with interest rate cuts expectations diminishing, the investment bank has a $1.95 target price on the stock attached to an outperform rating. And look, the share price is up by close to 6% off the back of that news. Andrew Wielandt, DP Wealth Advisory. Is Judo Bank a buy, hold, or a sell in your view?
I think it's a hold, Nadine. However, I do like the fact their NIM, their net interest margin, is over 3%. Most of the other big banks are, in the high ones, very low twos. So that NIM is attractive. Their niche specialisation relating to small and medium businesses is attractive as well. But as you just said, we've seen that spike in the share price on the back of that Macquarie note. On any weakness, it'd be absolutely one that I'd be having a look at. But right here, right now, today, it's a hold.
Thank you. And Howard Coleman, Teaminvest, what's your view on Judo?
Yes, this is quite an interesting point because from a Teaminvest perspective, it has too short a history for us to discuss it in our meetings. And in fact, its numbers don't yet look good enough for us to talk about it in the meetings. But I happen to know a lot more about it than I would normally know about a company that doesn't pass our filters, because for various reasons I started looking at it and got quite enthused. And I must say, the more I looked at it, the more enthusiastic I got about it, because as Andrew says, and Macquarie had said, the net interest margins are terrific. They're dealing with the sort of companies and small businesses that since the Hayne Royal Commission, the banks don't touch. And there's an enormous market out there. So I don't think they've scratched the surface of the potential of this business longer term. And I think in the longer term, this could prove a really, really good investment. But quite correctly, if I said that in a Teaminvest meeting, members would say, hang on, Howard, it doesn't pass our filters yet. It hasn't got enough years of history. Let's not even talk about it. And they're correct. We wouldn't in Teaminvest talk about it. But I'm personally very enthusiastic about it.
So would you buy, hold, or sell
Well,
today?
I've been watching it. I've had it on my watch list. I'm sort of looking at it and thinking, when do I want to buy it? And my thinking was, when we have a number of down days or weeks on the stock market, which happens every now and then, people are getting a bit negative, that'd be the time to consider buying a fair bit.
So we'll call it a hold today.
Yeah, I wouldn't make it one of my biggest holdings, but I'd certainly be prepared to buy.
Got it. Thank you. All right, that is our stock of the day, being Judo Bank. It's a hold from both of my guests.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Trade over 12,000 shares and ETFs, including major tech giants with extended hours on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.